Hello, my name is Noel Garcia. I'm the law enforcement instructor here in the Criminal Justice Program at the Wilson Talent Center. We now have two classes in our Criminal Justice Program, and one of them is my class, Law Enforcement. The other one is Mr. Gomez's class, Investigations. And I best describe my class as kind of walking into a junior police academy. We have our students follow a lot of the same routines that you would if you entered a police academy. For example, we have program manuals here that the students have to make sure that they're in great order. We used to have those when I was in the police academy. When the students sit in the classroom section, they have a name placard that's out. They have to follow the rules and regulations that we established early on in the school year by having your placard out, nice, neat, orderly position. And if they don't, they can get demerits. Again, this is kind of like what they would experience in a police academy. And the reason for that is teaching them attention to detail, which we call survival tactics in law enforcement. If you know where everything is, your visual, your peripherals are more alert, if you will. The pre-patrol board is the first thing that they look at when they come in here. It gives them a set of instructions as to what the uniform of the day is. If we're going to be doing patrol tactics skills, they're going to have to wear their duty belts. We'll also have a day where once a week we do physical training and defensive tactics. It's the same defensive tactics that are taught in the police academy. We give them attire for that, sweatpants, sweatshirts, shorts, PT, a shirt as well. We have a mile loop out here on campus. We'll go out there and run and do some cardiovascular. If you want to be a law enforcement officer in the state of Michigan, you have to pass what's called a physical agility test through the Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Standards. And we need to prepare our students to be able to pass that. So it's really important for us to stay on top of industry standards and teach our students what they may see if they end up in a police academy 2 or 3 years down the road after leaving our programs. So now I want to introduce you to one of our students, Madeline Zook. She's one of our students from Mason, who's going to show you around the classroom a little bit and explain to you some of the equipment that we have.
Hi, my name is Madeline Zook. I'm a junior at Mason High School, and this is my first year in the law enforcement program. I chose this program mainly because it teaches a lot of defensive tactics, and plus I want to be a detective when I get older. As Mr. Garcia mentioned, we have what is known as program manuals that he checks and grades. In the hole right here is what we call the blue, and this is where we do a lot of defensive tactics, hands-on learning and handcuffing and stuff like that. Once we arrive in the classroom, we check the patrol board to see what our uniform is and what is going to be happening for today's agenda. Right here we each get assigned duty belts because that's part of our uniform. We have blue guns, handcuffs, and the blue guns are used for practicing the hands-on of the guns. Making our way over here is a handcuffing dummy that we use. If we don't use each other, we can use that. And then over here is the bob that we use for different strikes and that. After we check the patrol board, we make our way into the whole classroom itself. This is where Mr. Garcia does all the teaching. We also have to have our placards out and our program manuals and everything that we're going to be using. Mr. Garcia puts us in squads to show a lot of leadership. This is the AM class, and each squad has a command officer, a sergeant, and a lieutenant. And then over here is the PM class that I'm in. We are also really privileged because we also get the patrol cars. Students that have a license are able to drive the patrol cars. But even though if you don't have a license, you also get to work the radio. And then we also have a training house that we go in and do some training. I highly encourage this program because it is a great opportunity if you want to go into the law field and just become a police officer or just learn some defensive tactics.
How you doing? My name is George Gomez. I focus on the investigations part of the two programs, law enforcement being the other. In the investigations class, we spend a lot of time at the training house processing crime scenes. Back here, you'll see one of the kits that we carry when we're processing crime scene. What we do basically what officers would do in real life. We set up a mock crime scene at the training house. We have the students go in. They have the ability to search the scene, look for evidence, mark the evidence off, photograph it. Then they are expected to do a little map showing where all the evidence occurred, as well as then write a report. These are things that you would normally do in a real crime scene. Our students have competed at skills the last 3 years We have won regionals when it comes to crime scene processing, and a lot of that is due to our ability to actually use the training house and give them a lot of hands-on experience. I know that you'd rather hear from one of our students, and we have one here today that's going to be able to give you a student perspective of our class.
My name is Hayden Pell. I'm from Mason. I started this class as a junior in the law enforcement class, and I'm a senior now. So right here, we have our crime scene kit. So we'd use this to go and look at crime scenes at the training house that our instructor would set up. Over here, we have our guns and our duty belts that is assigned to each student in the class. When we get here, we'd put that on if we were using it. All the students have the opportunity to show their leadership skills through earning different ranks in the class command structure. So there's sergeant, also lieutenants, the class commander. I chose this class because I want to be a police officer. I decided that like a long time ago. My favorite thing about the class is the hands-on learning. It's a lot of like adrenaline and just like fun emotions like going through. Yeah, so this is the investigations class. It's a ton of fun. You should definitely give it a look.